You know, the topic of the blaccent has become a very controversial subject because it just has become so popular amongst people who are not black people speaking with that type of dialect. And I don't really know what happened, what caused the shift, you know what I'm saying? Because as a black person, right, when you speak with a blaccent, it's expected, right? And when, as a black person, when you don't speak with the blaccent, it's at the ass, people be looking at you like, yo, why do you talk like that? You know what I mean? So I've always grown up hearing, like, when somebody doesn't speak with a blaccent, they're talking white. Why do they talk white? I mean, I've literally heard people ask people that, why do you talk so white? Or why do you sound so proper? When there's a black person talking to another black person who speaks very proper English or doesn't really sound like somebody that speaks with a blaccent. And a blaccent is very multifaceted because you got somebody like me, right? You got somebody like me who grew up around all black people. Graduated high school, went to an all black college. The first time I really interacted with white people, to be honest, was when I started working jobs. Other than that, I was around black people my whole entire life. And even people say that I talk proper. People say that about me. And I'm a black person who grew up around all black people. So even within our own culture, we're very judgmental on how other black people sound and how strong your blaccent is. You know what I'm saying? So when you have somebody who is not black and they sound just like the majority of black people, or they sound like they have a blaccent, or they sound like they're forcing themselves to have a blaccent, a lot of black people don't like that. Because if they're critical with me and I'm a black person, just imagine how critical they're going to be with somebody who is not black. Somebody who's white or Hispanic or Asian, or, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be very critical. This is also something like, I'm from up north, right? So when I moved down south, you know, when I graduated high school, I moved down south, right? As soon as I went down south and went to college down south, Southern blaccent is different from Northern blaccent. They even thought I talked proper. They knew I sounded like from somebody from the north, but to Southern black people from the north just sound proper to them. Like it don't matter who you are, you sound proper to them, bruh. But I don't know what has happened, but out of nowhere, a lot of white people, not even just white people, a lot of people who are not black, who are not from the black community, started speaking with a blaccent, and then they claim that it's authentic. Like you're seeing more white people, Asian people, I won't say Hispanic people, because Hispanic people always kind of went back and forth from speaking Spanish and speaking with a blaccent. So that's a little bit different. But now more than ever, you're seeing a lot of white people speak with a blaccent, and then they claim that it's authentic. You know, when I was growing up, it was just Eminem. And even Eminem will go back and forth talking like a white guy, but he's really from the hood though, so it's a little different with him. There are a lot of like white suburban guys and women who say that they're, you know, whatever, and it's like, like you don't understand. It doesn't make sense why they speak like that. It's like it has to come off as forced, because the way that you talk really it comes from the location that you grew up around. So if you grew up in the suburbs and not a predominantly black area, then how do you sound like that? You know what I'm saying?
I ask you a real question.
The way he just looked at you was crazy.
I can ask you a real question. Come over here.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so how do you actually feel about like, and this is just you being honest, like, because we're all human and we all feel away, like, how do you feel when people be like, oh, she's trying to be black, or she's trying to, because I'm sure that hurts your feelings.
No, it does for sure. But I really like, if people think that I sit in my room and I study a voice, it's delusional.
Yeah.
Like, it's really delusional.
I feel like, do you be around, you feel like, I be around, this is my crowd.
Yeah,
so.
like, I grew up with only black friends.
Yeah.
And I had white friends too. But
yeah, because your daddy seemed like he got some swag too, though.
No, yeah,
your
but
daddy seemed like he rock and roll with Lil Wayne in there.
Even that, like, I grew up on tour. Like, I didn't go to school. I went to private.
Now, I don't know much about Alabama Barker, I think that's her name, but if you listen to the video, in the beginning of the video, it sounded like, and it wasn't much that she said, but it sounded like she was speaking with a blaccent, like not just the way she sound, but like the word selection she used, like such and such, yo, it was crazy. Like that's how we talk. Then when she got sat down to specifically address by, you know, the other black girl, the black woman, why do you talk in such a way? She got real proper and started speaking the way she naturally talks. You know what I'm saying? Her blaccent, you didn't hear it much when she really got sat down to specifically, you know, she got addressed about that. Because she know what she's doing, bro. Like, I know it's cool to sound like that, but you know that you really probably don't sound like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, Chicago, you flattered me. I know y'all must have heard I was coming back home and you decided to act like it was summertime. You feel amazing out there. I'm not tripping. I don't mind it at all, but come Christmas, I need it white. Okay, I'm trying to play in the snow.
Now, this one was quite interesting because, you know, I looked at a few of his videos, and in the majority of videos that I looked at, I just kind of did a quick look at real quick. He did have a blaccent, but then there was like one or two in particular where, you know, he would be talking in a blaccent, then he'll talk like a white guy. Like, I'm talking about the style of like how the white American accent sounds. He'll sound like a white guy, then he'll go back to blaccent. You could tell, like, it's like, I don't know, it's just weird, bro. I really don't understand the fascination with sounding like a black person or trying to have the blaccent. I don't understand the fascination. I mean, I get it because I'm a black person. I think it does sound cool and everything like that, but it's just like, when did it start? Because like 20 years ago, that wasn't a common thing for white people to try to sound like black people. But now it seems like it's more and more getting more common.
First of all, what? Yes, I have an accent because I ain't from here. I was born in Thailand, and I grew up in Georgia for a decade. And then I fucking moved to Nebraska. Ain't shit over there, by the way. How the hell y'all gonna tell me how I'm supposed to sound like?
Now, she in particular has got a lot of criticism on social media because there has been another video that she posted on social media where she was talking. She didn't sound like she had a black accent at all. She actually sounded like she basically had like more of a, I would say like more of a Thai accent, right? Because she said she's from Thailand, right? And it wasn't that long ago. Like, it was like the probably the difference in time between the video that she had like a complete Thai type of accent to the blaccent mixed with the Thai accent probably had to be all of a year or a year and a half or 2 years maybe. So people criticize her. A lot of people criticize her for like faking her accent and things like that. But personally, I have a different take on it, right? Because I'm from the north, but I'm from the DMV, right? So but my family is from Jersey. So like every single summer I would go to Jersey, and when I would go to Jersey, I would actually change the way I talk when I went to Jersey because people, you know, they'd be like, why you talk like that? So I would literally switch the way I talk. I would tweak it to sound like a Jersey person. Then when I go back to the, you know, DMV, I talk more like DMV. So maybe people will say like what I was doing was fake, but it's more so like I'll say like it's an environmental thing. It's like a survival thing. So when I go to Jersey, I'd be like, yo, what's good? Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, what y'all talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking? Like, yo, that's hot. Like, yo, cuz is bugging. Yo, that nigga bugging right now. He bugging. You know, I would talk like that. Then when I go back to the DMV, I'd be like, yeah, sound like, yeah, like every time we on a little jump, like, yeah, the Slim was like over there, like, yeah. Like, I would like switch how I talk because it's more socially acceptable to talk a certain way when you're in certain settings. And then, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I get around like white people, I be like, oh, like, yo, that's really crazy. Like, I just talk a little bit more proper. Like, I you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know if that's necessarily fake. I guess it is fake in a sense, but it's just like, I don't do that anymore. But it's just like, I think it's an environmental thing. So if she is from Thailand, like she said she was, but then she said she spent a decade in Georgia. When she gets around Georgia people, she's probably going, you know what I'm saying, sound like a Georgian, even though it don't sound fully. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of got an ATL Atlanta accent, but don't kind of, it's some Thailand accent in there too. It's some Thai accent in there too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see that much of a problem with it like other people do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like people was really mad that like they found out that she spoke with 100% Thai accent, then we'll, you know, code switch or do the blaccent thing.
Some soul food. So we got the fried fish with yam, mac and cheese, cornbread.
And you would imagine a lot of people criticized her for that video as well, because they was like, we don't say cornbread, like cornbread. Man, that I'm trying to talk in that car. How a car way out there over? How did you can hear the car way out there more than you can hear me? And I'm right in front of the camera. I don't understand cars that be that loud, bro. Some people really love having cars that be so loud you can hear it 4 neighborhoods away, bro. But anyway, and I ain't never heard nobody in the black community say cornbread, cornbread. That is definitely an Asian accent. But everyone who speaks with a blaccent that is like a white person, you know, Asian, you know what I mean? Basically, people who are not black, their excuse most times is either they grew up around black people, which is actually more understandable, or they have black friends. My only thing is, the only excuse for you actually talking with a blaccent, if you're not from the black community, and people like accepting it and you know, thinking it's normal, is if you grew up around black people. That would make the most sense. But if you got a few black friends, you're not going to change how you talk. The way you talk is based on the location that you grew up around. So if you start to talk like that just because you got some friends, then I know that you're forcing the accent. I know you really don't talk like that. By the way, when I said I used to code switch, when I go back from talking like, you know, where I'm from, that's naturally how I talk, and then going to Jersey, and I used to switch it. I was a very young I was elementary school every year, to middle school, to high school, going to Jersey every single year. So it's like a bilingual person, like somebody who speaks Spanish with their family, you know, then they speak English, the American accent, the English American accent with their friends and everything like that. They're not being fake. They're code switching literally, but it's like, it's natural to them, because when you speak like that and grow up speaking like that as a young person, you speak different accents or different languages. It is natural. It's very natural. So when I'm saying like what I'm doing, I think it's more so, somebody could say it's kind of fake, but I think it's natural because I don't have to try to talk like somebody from, I'm not forcing myself to sound like a Jersey person when I'm in Jersey. When I'm around a bunch of Jersey people, I can hear the sound that automatically I sound like that. My mannerisms, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. Like, you know, I automatically like, yo, what is this nigga doing? Like, I automatically just be sounding like my family member from Jersey. And then when I get back in the DMV, it's like I can hear the sound of the people around me, the style of how and it's just natural. But when I get like in the South, I've never learned how to sound like somebody from the South because I'm just not from here. Even though I can imitate some words and stuff that people say in the South, you could tell like I'm not from the South, bro. Like, it's because I didn't grow up in the South. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So I don't know what y'all think about it. I think it's kind of wild that I think it's flattering that it became so popular. I just don't understand why, and then why like white people always try to defend themselves as to why they have to talk, why they think they should talk with the blaccent. It's like, just admit to us that you think our accent is cool, yeah, our dialect is cool, and that you want to sound like us, and we'll accept that better. But when you try to make all these excuses like, oh, you know, that's how they, you know, they be saying that's how they really sound and stuff, like, come on, you know good well you don't talk to your mother and father like that. You don't talk to your parents like that. You don't talk to your parents like that. You don't talk to your family members like that. Your white family members, I can almost guarantee you don't talk like that when you're around them. So anyway, have a good day.